Hello again, how you doing? Jim Dowson here, your guest presenter with the Templar Daily Report. Who else brings you news daily? I don't know, but we do. And it's good to see each and every one of you. Let me just see who's in the room today. Now, during this, we're going to go over to the purge because we're going to talk about the election. And as you know, these people, the tech companies don't like you telling the truth. So 10 minutes or something will pop over, okay? But let's see who's in here at the moment. Ralph Rowley, first in. Sean Smiley, Mantis Tobagan, how you doing? British here from the British Freedom Party. Oh, very good. You're more than welcome. We like them. Les Androkovich, Philip Milne, how you doing? Still stuck in Florida. Good grief. Jonathan Boudin, how are you and your good lady in Canada there? Natasha M, McSherry B. I think I've seen, who did I see there? Michael McGuffin, Ewan Egerstrom, yes. Who else is there? Tom Beresford. Yep, Andrew McBride. How you doing, Andy, my old friend? Malcolm Cook, Lady Rotha, EMS Rejuvenation, Christopher there. How you doing? Bartley Burker, how you doing, my brother? Brian Payton, Paul Telford in sunny thingy. Karen and Charon, God bless the two yous. How are you? Joseph Taylor, Henrik Johansson, Christopher Strid, Collett Whitney, Troy Otto, Ralph Rowley, Jacob Lewis, Christopher Donovan, how you doing? Clinton Dixon, how you doing, Clinton? Jimmy Peacock, good stuff. Ralph Rowley, Geminus Fortuminous, Lady Matriarch, John L. Van Aitken, Bruce Samuelson, Stuart Bowden, the Scorpions in again, yes, the Scorpion. Graham, who did I see there? Graham somebody. Oh, moving this thing too quick, brother, I've lost.
Just jumped on me, that's fine.
Stuart Bowden, not seen him. Niles Rowley, Mark Green, yes. Christopher Graham. Yeah, Tony Shorey, how you doing? Doing fine here. Sam, right. Ryan McGinley, Paul Walker, Russ Skinner. Now, I know some of you have got some books. Let us know what you think of them. Most of these have Michael McGuffin, Christopher Strid, Ewan Egerstrom, Bartley Burker, Lady Matriarch, Stuart Duncan, Michael McGuffin, all the boys there, and all the ladies, Burton, Dixon, Andrew, Geminus, you're all over in the purge as well. Good, lovely. Right, listen, a wee bit of scripture for you again. We're in the old Proverbs. Proverbs are great, you know. Now this wee passage I'm going to read here really affects us all, including me. We're in chapter 20, verse 1. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. And we know the Lord will add his blessing to this, the public reading of his own infallible, inspired, and his inerrant word. But there you go. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. Well, guilty as charged. Yes, many a time I've been very unwise. The Bible doesn't prevent alcohol drinking. I know a lot of American evangelicals think that, but it's not. But like everything, my friends, everything in moderation isn't a problem. All things are lawful that the Lord told us to eat and drink. All things are lawful, but some things are not expedient. Yeah. Oh, Niles is still waiting on my book. Yeah, same man, Ewan Egerstrom. I seen yours get out.
Yeah, the last batch just went.
Yeah, I seen yours out. Brother Egerstrom, I seen yours going out. Now, what day is it today? What is it? Thursday? Maybe Tuesday. I seen yours going out because I remember looking at it. Yeah, when it was going in the mail sack thing. Yeah, so, but it's in the post. So, anybody who's got one, let us know what you think here. Okay, what we're looking at here. Oh, we've got a couple of things for you today, and thankfully I don't have the belt. You haven't seen one of these for a wee while, so I'm going to get when I get this, it's all greased paper, dear me, hideous. And the leather handle's all wrapped up. Yeah, get this off, let's have a look. We've got a wee link up for that, boys. So here we are, let me see if I can get this thing off. We don't want this on either, let me see, let me get this off. What a wretched thing. Oh dear, make a mess of this, anyway. I'll get it back together again. Might keep this for display purposes only. Where's the pointers? I think you grabbed the pointy bit. It fell off somewhere. I'll find it. Don't worry. Right, there we go. Full of grease. I don't want you to touch it. Non nobis domini, non nobis sed nomini tuda gloriam. Not glory to us, but glory to God. There we are. Haven't you seen one of these for a while, have you? Look at this. There we go.
No, it's got oil on it.
It's oil all over it. It's protective oil all over it. Look at that. Okay. So this is the official Lionheart Templar sword. Fearsome looking weapon. And this one is number 471. So there we are. That's the sword. Put in the, if you get one of these, it's registered in our weapons catalogue in the Roslyn Priory. And it's a thing to hand down. You know, I know I'm familiar with weapons, guns and all that, but there's something about a sword, ladies and gentlemen. There's something, especially you guys. You know, oh dear. You know what I'm talking about, gentlemen. There's something about a sword that a rifle doesn't give you. I don't know how to explain it fully. There's something about a sword that you just don't get off a rifle. And this is engraved, laser engraved, done this just in from Toledo, this one. Is that a price drop on that, brother?
Yeah, it's 579.
Yeah, there's a price drop today, down to 579. We're trying to throw you these price drops, folks, because we know it's hard. We know the corona thing and all this carry on with elections. It's depressed people. It's put people down a bit. I know we all feel good when we buy something really beautiful. Not just for ourselves as a selfish thing, but something for the centuries ahead and for our children and for our grandchildren. Can your name be engraved on it? It could do. We can't do it. We don't do it. But you can take it down to any place and they'll easily do it for you. No problem at all. No problem. You have a personalised number on it, which is registered in our catalogue of weapons and who's got them. So in 100 years or 50 years, your son or grandson can phone us up and check when you bought that sword, when it was delivered to you, and all the rest of it. And there's a history there. The sword has got, what do you call that thing? Providence. So people can check that it is an official Templar sword. It's not a fake or a nonsense thing. It's a real one. But you know, guys, we all feel better when we buy something for ourselves. And as long as we don't squander money and be stupid about it, but this isn't your sword. You're just keeping this sword for your son or for your grandson. So we've knocked $100 off it to try and help people a wee bit. It's as much as we can do, because we don't make a lot of these things, to be quite honest with you. But it's all good stuff. This.
Yeah, it's reflecting.
Oh, it's reflecting. Oh dear. So there you go. So get yourselves one of these today. The links are up there. Feel free. Is it sharp? No, we don't sell them sharp, because what happens is people want to show their grandkids them and their children it. We had problems in the early days with folk grabbing it and cutting themselves. So, but don't get me wrong, if I swipe this at this table and it cut this table in half, and I am not joking, I'm being serious, it's frightening. I never knew a sword was such a fearsome thing. I swiped it in the Priory here one day and cut this huge box, cut it in half, and it was a serious box, big packaging box, cut it in half. So there's weight in it, real serious weight in it. But if you want to get it sharpened up, you can do it yourself with a stone or whatever you want to put it in somewhere, they'll do it. Eh?
We'll film it someday.
Yeah, we'll film doing it, but you don't need to. In the old days, people shot swords, these big heavy swords, they didn't need to be sharp. These are, the weight in this, you hit somebody, you know, if I hit a man in the shoulder with this, it would take it clean off, you'd be gone. You'd split a man in two with this, no problem. It's a heavy fighting sword. It doesn't need to be razor sharp. The Arabs had really light swords, razor sharp for cutting ability. These are for basically just chopping you, and they're really, really dangerous and really effective. It's not a toy. It's made of high carbon steel. It's a fully functioning war sword, fighting sword. It's not a copy, not a Chinese bit of rubbish. This is a real sword, very hard to get. You won't get one anywhere, a real sword these days, for less than $1,000-1,200 anywhere. But because we have our own place doing these for us, there we are. So if you haven't got one, get one. There's something special about it. And again, you don't really own it. You're keeping it safe for your son or grandson, because times are coming. And when you get a sword, you know that you're a warrior. Okay? I'll leave that with you. But I hope somebody's taking advantage of that money off, okay? Yeah, the letter openers, some of them are out, the rest of them are going out. Latest ones will be going out on Monday for you all, okay? I know you have been excellent and patient, but everyone's loads of stuff's in. We've had lorry loads this week coming in from Toledo in Spain. Spain was going into lockdown there, so it took us about an extra 6 weeks getting them. These should have all been out 6 weeks ago, but the Spanish are losing their minds getting into lockdown. I know a lot of people in America, you don't know anybody's lockdowns in Europe, but let me tell you, it's no fun. Everybody's getting locked down, it's shocking. Yep. Troy Autos is going out. Yep, you're going out Monday. You're backed in for Monday. Yep. So they're very good swords. Anyway, let me bring you a story. Please take advantage of that. We've knocked $100 off. It's as much as we can do to help you. Hope you think that's enough. But it's as best we can do, and I really hope you make full use of that. So on today, take advantage of it. And if I'm right, let me check. Is it installments in that as well?
There is. Hold on a second. Let me just check this.
No, just check it's installments. I think it is. I think it's. Yeah, that's the right one. Let me just see.
No, it's the wrong link.
No, it's the wrong link, is it?
Yeah, but it's not from the monthly installment for
We'll get the monthly instalment one up in a wee minute. You'll see it, but so we've dropped money on it, and it's available monthly instalments to help you out and take advantage of it. God bless you. I hope so. Right, well, we're doing that. The Techie Boys are doing that. I want to bring a horrible story before we go on to Donald Trump. In Denmark, this is how mad, American friends, listen how mad it's becoming here. Not only has it made our sword 6 weeks late, but, or all the other stuff, but we're really losing our mind. In Denmark, that country has now said they're going to bring the army in to kill all farmed mink citing coronavirus infection. Right, listen, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Right, look at the wee mink. Look at it. Look at it. They're going to kill 15 million. It's 3 times more than the human beings that live in the place. They're going to kill 15 million mink because of coronavirus. Now, bear with me. I am not a scientist or an epidemiologist. I don't know if these things can get coronavirus. They're saying they can get coronavirus. Okay, so let's say the minks have got coronavirus and they're farmed, so they're secure. Who would that affect? Who's going to... Are people sitting of an evening watching their television surrounded with mink? Have you got mink in your car strapped in going for a drive on a Sunday afternoon? I don't know anybody who runs about with mink. Do you? They're cute, but I think they're quite vicious and bitey. So I don't know anybody who runs about with mink. Anyway, it says here, the Danish government will slaughter millions of mink at more than 1,000 farms, citing concerns that a mutation in the novel coronavirus has infected the mink and could possibly interfere with the effectiveness of a vaccine for humans. There are 15 million or more mink in Denmark. Now hold on a minute, Denmark's a country never done anything for the coronavirus, just ignored it. What are they worried about mink for now? Which is one of the major world's major exports of mink fur. This spokeswoman said the armed forces would be involved in the culling of mink. Oh, okay, so you can bring the armed forces out to kill a couple of wee furry creatures for possibly having a non-illness that could possibly affect a few people. But you won't bring your army in to deal with the jihadis and all these other lunatics. It's crazy. Maybe it's a way of saving money and getting them and doing a bit of target practice on the cheap. I don't know. The World Health Organization, boo! Right, when you hear that, WHO, what do we say, folks? Boo! We know this is that madman. Gates will be something to do with it. The WHO acknowledged by email that it had been informed by Denmark of a number of persons infected with coronavirus from mink, with some genetic changes in the virus. The WHO said that Denmark was investigating the epidemiological and virological significances in these findings and culling the mink population. Denmark has already begun killing all mink at 400 farms, which is either infected or close enough to be the infected farms to cause concern. So they might not even be infected at all, but it's killing them anyway. The killing of all mink will wipe out that industry, perhaps for decades. Thousands of mink were killed in Utah, America, because of a coronavirus outbreak. I did not know that. But they maybe killed millions of mink in Utah, but they've gave them all voting cards and told them all to go and vote. But authorities there said it did not appear that the mink transmitted the virus to humans, but the opposite. So we're giving the mink the coronavirus, not the other way about. Typical. Many conservation scientists have become concerned about the spread of the virus to the animal population, like chimpanzees, which are believed to be susceptible, although cases have not been identified yet. Groups of researchers are testing bats and pets and wild animals in the United States to see if they've got the coronavirus. Honestly, where do we go with this? My dear American and Canadian and Australian friends, you have no idea what we're having to put up with in Europe with this mad corona lockdown stuff. It is insane. Bonkers. I'll just check. Have we got the right thing up in the...
Right link, yes.
Alright, so just before we go over, we're going over to PUDs in a wee minute. Just before we do, remember, please, we've dropped this for you to help you out, and it's another extra $100 in your pocket, and it's an heirloom to hand down. Who's got an heirloom in the house? How many people have actually got an heirloom they could hand to their son that means anything?
It's not firearm.
You know, you've really got to have like a Bible, big Bible, or one of these fighting men's swords, a knight's sword. A knight's sword, not a joke, not a carry-on, not a larpers. A real, look at the, I don't know if you can see this. I need to get my hands away because it's horrible. It's all greasy. The leather, bound with a wire, a big heavy pummel. It's a solid sword made of solid steel, high carbon steel for fighting. There you go, get one today. And the way things are going, my friend, you might need it. Never runs out of ammo. Okay, we're going over now to PUDs because we want to talk about the election, okay? I'll do the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're over. Are we there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,